I wanted to do a video on what mentalism is. Mentalism is an offshoot of magic. To me, mentalism is the strongest form of magic. Sorry, I'm still getting over a cough or something. Basically, mentalism is magic of the mind. If you were to go to a mentalism show, you wouldn't see people cut in half, a sword going through a body, people appearing out of boxes and stuff. No. And actually, a mentalist can carry their whole act in a briefcase and maybe a small trunk. So it's very good. Basically, during a mentalism show, is you're going to see plenty of predictions coming true. Like someone might have this is a common routine that mentalists use. You know, they'll have hung up on a prediction where it's in full view, everyone can see it. And on the chalkboard, he'll say, "We're going on a trip. What airline?" And the person will say airline. Then she will take a brick so people don't know that people are in on it, and she'll toss it behind her. A guy will pick it, and he will pick the price of the ticket. He will in turn throw it somewhere else, and she'll pick the place we're going, and so on. And so there's 5 or 6 different things the mentalist cleanly takes in front of their eyes. The envelope in every single prediction in his handwriting matches what everyone said. And you know there's no stooges, because whoever the doll or whatever lands on, that's what they use. Now that's a premonition effect. Go to my book test. On my profile, it will say book test. And I have to use a premonition point, where usually I do a telepathic point. I do it telepathically and get inside their head. And you will see items of telepathy. You know, he'll do random mind reading throughout the audience. Again, it's magic of the mind. The mentalist is not psychic. He uses the 5 senses to create the illusion of a 6th sense. If I were you, I would look under Derren Brown, and that's Derren in Brown. If you can't spell Brown, I feel sorry for you. Then they do feats of clairvoyance. That is not knowing what anyone knows. Let's say you have 10 colored marbles. You go into a pitch black room and you take one of those marbles out of the bag and put it in your pocket, and then bring out the rest of the marbles, which are sealed. Okay? Now, not even the person that has the marble knows what color it is, but the mentalist will figure it out. That's a form of mentalism. Another form of mentalism is where they'll take a fork and they'll make it bend, which I do. And I have people that have taken forks out of their purse that I've done it for 4 years, and they're like, here's a fork that I bent. And I'm like, okay. Or they'll bend someone's borrowed key, which I do as well. What else? They do mind reading experiments. Okay. When you say that was a good trick, that's actually offensive to a mentalist. To a mentalist, It's a feat or an experiment or a demonstration. Okay? So if you see mentalism written down, you'll know what it's for. Now, do mentalists use cards? Yes. They use them in the sense that it's under the strictest circumstances possible. Okay? That, the cards are not marked. They could even unwrap the wrapper and go ahead. What I just showed you in the last video, teaching a card trick magic, is card magic. This here is card mentalism. Sometimes they use symbol cards. They'll say, look, I'm going to do a mentalism feat, and we're going to use these 52 cards. Instead of knowing what a card is, 52 decks of cards are just images in the mind. I will show you what I mean. This is a great mentalism effect that I do that people really like. And I have no earpieces, no mirrors or anything. Oops, that's a little too far. Okay. And I could say, look, I could have you pull out any card you want. I swear on my life they're not marked. But let's say you pull that card. You might think it's a marked card, but it's not. Or you might say that if you actually pulled the card out, that somehow when you returned the card like this, that through some fancy sleight of hand, I was able to control that card to the top. But no, you can't do stuff like that. But so what I do is what I do is I say, look, what I want you to do is just say stop as I go through. And let's say they stop on this card. Now this card has cards on top, so even if they were marked, I would have no idea what it is, and they're not marked, honest to God. And I cannot see that card. And I shut them up. And obviously I was looking this time, it was the, what was it, the 6 of clubs. All right, I want you to see me, so, I'm not looking. Here, I'll mix these up, so that way you don't think I'm counting them off my finger. Yeah, like you can do that. And they always say cut the cards, a very fair cut. And I have no idea where any of the cards are. And I riffle the cards with my head turned, and I say, all I want you to do is look at a card. Remember, they're looking at a card, so it's only burnt in their memory. They haven't pulled it out or anything. So this is what I would do, is I would say, look at a card. This card right here. Okay, I want you to remember it. And I'd show it to the crowd. Okay, and they would remember that card. And I just put these away. That's it. A card only is in their mind. All right, and I'm only at 9:20, so I have to do this quicker. Concentrate. This is only a card you saw. The 6 of diamonds. Thanks, God bless.